What's up, you guys? It's the Nightwing Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today, talking about the LCS 2020 Summer Split Week 1 thoughts and opinions. As you guys know, the 2020 Summer Split kicked off this past weekend. There was a lot of people mad at everything, and I'm going to break all that down this video, and then I'll be going over the standings and how I thought about all the teams. But before that, I just want to say I'm very, very sorry for what happened with the previous video. A lot of you guys actually enjoyed it, and I want to say thank you, but you'll actually enjoy this one more because you can actually hear this video from start to finish. If my mic messes up in any video, just obviously, as I said before, just let me know. I'll delete it, and then I'll just obviously re-upload it again. It's no biggie at all. Obviously, the broadcasters criticized Latigras's rap, Ovly not being there, Susie Dragon, the casters being all weird and not really, I guess, into the broadcast this week. I don't know. There was a bunch of things that obviously went wrong this week. It was like, what was worse? The level of gameplay or the broadcast? I don't really know which was actually worse, but that's just me personally. So let's start with the broadcast, and then I'll move over into the what are they called? The actual games. Oh my god, it's late. Bear with me here as I'm recording this video. So, the broadcast. I'm gonna be completely honest here. You know, it was not appealing to watch that for almost 6 hours, you know, having them all basically, you know, being awkward and acting the certain way that they were acting. But to be fair, you have to give them credit for something. They are trying to innovate and try different things. Obviously, broadcasting a live show like that with webcams and having everyone synchronized in their audio levels and putting on the show, it's hard. You do have to give them credit for them being able to put the show out overall. But you have to kind of factor in the LEC has been able to obviously broadcast from their studio, just minus the actual people being there. You actually get the feeling of it's more professional now, but that's what happens. You know, Europe is going through different regulations than North America, obviously, so that means we're gonna have to wait to obviously be in the studio. LA specifically has had spikes in the coronavirus, so it's gonna be a little bit more time before things get back to normal. I know specifically for my personal case, my movie theater is gonna open up this week. My gym just reopened, and I'm ready to hit the gym more effectively starting this week. Actually, I've been contemplating a lot of certain gym things, and I'm gonna be hitting the gym a lot more effectively moving forward. And you know, it's something that I think a lot of people have to understand. Things are not gonna really be normal for a little bit here, so give the broadcast some time. But the cringe stuff, I will exactly be very, very open with and saying it was not that good. But if Susie Dragon's thing is that he's cringe, then it's personally okay. Like, I mean, if that's who he is and that's what he does for a living and that's how he's happy, you know, hey, more power to him. The Latigras thing. You know, she is new, and, you know, you guys aren't gonna lie to me. None of you guys liked Ovly when she first came around, but she eventually grew on you. And I would like if people gave Latigras a fair shot. We only saw her, like, what, last split on Monday Night League, and then now turned Friday Night League. I just think that a lot of people have been obviously not giving her a fair shot yet. Yeah, like, she's new and you want to kind of see how long she'll actually be here so we can obviously grow with her. That's fine. Just stop simping for Ovly. It's very, very clear you miss her, but don't take that out on, like, Latigras. It's, you know, like, she interviews people. She hosts a show. I mean, what do you want her to do? Go, like, to your house and feed you ice cream sandwiches? Like, come on. Like, I just don't like people being hypocrites when they were literally mean to Ovly when she first came on into the scene. You know, it's very, very clear that you are mad Ovly left and she's not here, and you're a simp for her because she's decently attractive, and I know what it is. I know what time it is. You guys can't. Nobody can fool me. I know you better than you know yourself. But other than that, just give her a chance, man. Like, I'm not even simping for her. I'm just saying, give her a chance. What's wrong with just giving her a chance? You know what I mean? Like, everyone in their career deserves a first, third, fourth, fifth, eighth, sixth, 10th, billionth chance. You know, because you obviously don't know what she's going through to host the show for you, so you don't know the intricacies of all that's going on. I've hosted shows before, so I know how to do it. Well, on my lower end scale. But, you know, I know how taxing it can actually be. So, with that being said, you have to factor in where she's going compared to all of us, and like how she's having to work with the LCS broadcast studio based off a lot of things overall. But looking at all these teams and how things actually happened this week, so to cover most of the teams, I'll start from bottom to top. So 3 teams went 0-2. 100 Thieves, Dignitas, Immortals. There was the other team, the other 1, 2, 3, 4 went 1-1. TSM, CLG, FlyQuest, and Golden Guardians all went 1-1. Team Liquid, C9, and Evil Geniuses all went 2-0. And then you also had the matches, which really didn't inspire much, but there was the really clobbering matchup with TL versus TSM, where basically Spica picked Kayn, and I think that was the worst jungle performance I've ever seen. Picked Kayn, did nothing, ran it down. I mean, there's nothing more worse than that, now is it? But now, let's go over the teams. So, starting at the bottom, and then I'll move my way up. 100 Thieves has an issue of if Meteos doesn't play through Someday, then they lose. It's very, very clear Ryoma is not that good. The bot lane is still, I think, pretty solid. Stunt didn't play too well, but overall, I personally think that 100 Thieves needs a new direction in however they are preparing to play this split. Meteos has not had a good split. All of you know that. I mean, don't tell me he has when it's very, very clear he hasn't, you know? I get Meteos has been a long-standing great LCS jungler, perfectly fine, but he's not been good this split so far. And last split, he also wasn't that impressive either. But the only real player he can play through is Someday, and it's very, very hard to play through lanes like Ryoma and Cody-san. So I understand how hard this could be right now. Their drafting phase is still pretty much the same, but also putting Someday, their best player, on a carry-oriented top laner would be better for them, because putting Someday on a tank is not really going to do anything, but if it fits the composition, then I guess it works, you know? But 100 Thieves it's hard to say. 100 Thieves just basically exists right now. That's kind of all it is, you know? I want to see more from them. I think they have potential, but I personally think that right now they need a different way to play the game. If they start 0-4, that'd be crazy. After they pretty much finish, what, third? No, they finished, no, 5th place last split. So I really don't think they're that bad. And you do have to factor in, with all the things I'm going to say, it is week 1. So all these things and narratives can change from week 1 to week 9. But factor in this, they look pretty much the same. Dignitas is the garbage trash, like I predicted. I think there was someone who said I was hating on them. Well, I mean, yeah, they're not good. Like, they're sorry, they're just not good. You know what I mean? They have a lackluster top laner still in Viper. Acadian is still not pushing the team. Froggen is still stuck in his usual way of playing. And you have Johnson and Aframo, and they played... Well, Aframo played pretty poorly. Johnson, asking a lot out of him is too much, because he's still a rookie in some shipper fashion. You know, he's had one split, and now he's having this split where he basically has to be the carry of the team. I think that at some point, Dignitas will find something of a good strategy, but I just don't think they're that good. And there's a reason why I placed them at 9th in my power rankings. Like, come on, like, putting them any higher is literally trolling. Come on. Like, they're not that good. And, you know, saying that they're good or pretending they're not, you know, obviously worse than they obviously are would make me just delusional, and I'm not doing that. I think they played like trash. So that's just how I'm going to call it. I call what I see. So that's how I see it right now, personally. And they're going to be trying out that, like, 10-man roster and seeing who are the final players who will obviously be made for the cut. To be fair, let's be honest here. They're going to have a 10-man roster, but I don't see them switching out the mid ADC or the support players. That only go, like, they're basically just saying that only goes for jungler and top laners. I mean, do you really see them switching out Froggen, Johnson, or Aframo? I don't personally see it. But I don't think Dig or 100 Thieves are the worst teams. That goes to Immortals, who is actually the worst team. They just look all out of sorts. Their best player, Soaz, is put on Karma top. Aka had some decent performances, all things considered, but, you know, they just didn't look that good. They're playing Altec and Gate over Hakuo and Apollo like I was originally would have liked to see out of the roster. I think Apollo and Hakuo are just the better duo overall. I don't think putting Altec with Gate is going to make your bot lane any stronger. Like, this is just a bad team, and they're arguably the 10th place team like I thought they're going to be. Still counting in for all these teams, I want to make a disclaimer throughout the video. It is week 1, but what we saw out of them was not good. So, the one bright side of them was Potluck, and I like seeing new junglers enter the scene, so it makes the scene fresh. I know it's very hard to see a lot of these newer players for the LCS, but you must factor in that, you know, it's still good overall to see them when we actually see them, because it's just a good thing overall for the league, and it just makes things better moving forward. Yeah, he might not be as good as Smithy, but you don't know that. I mean, you just don't know that, obviously. He literally just started playing competitively in games that actually matter. So then you have Golden Guardians, and if I do MVPs for this week, it's going to be Closer. I thought Closer played absolutely 100% incredible. That guy was out of his mind carrying this team. Demonte played pretty well. Haunter was okay, but their underwhelming bot lane in FBI and Huhi really holds them back. But I did see and like what I saw out of them. It is getting a little bit better. There's not much else to say about them. They're pretty much still the same. The drafting is still the same. Like, they just got an upgrade in mid, which is going to be definitely a thing that I wanted to see out of them. Not necessarily coming into the split. I didn't think Golden Glue played that bad, but Demonte is the better player, and we're seeing that right now. FlyQuest. FlyQuest look okay. You know what? They look okay. They had a pretty decent early game against Cloud9, and then they beat Immortals, which most people are basically going to be beating Immortals, all things considered. And then after that, they actually looked pretty solid in their game still. I still think they're around that 4th place, 3rd place team, where I grouped them up at with like EG and the other guys. I think I put them out at like, what, 5th of my power rankings overall, because I just think that toward the later end of the split, we're going to be seeing them exposed, but, you know, right now they looked okay. Nothing too much to really say about them. Power Vivo is still their star player. They're still going to have Ignar on a playmaking support. That's pretty much it. CLG, they still look like trash. I know they went 1-1. They realistically should be 0-2. They look also pretty bad, but they did beat Immortals, and they lost to, who'd they lose to? They lost to EG, and EG's what, a top 3 team, all things considered. So that's just how I see things personally, and I think that right now their best player is still Pobelter, who went like 0-2-3 and still managed to carry a game because Immortals doesn't know how to funnel through choke points, take Baron, or basically anything. So yeah, that's how I see CLG right now. TSM. TSM had a interesting week. They lost to TL and they beat Dig. The Dig game, Spica looked a lot better. I think that Spica looked better on the Trundle than he did his Kayn. I think that Doublelift getting beaten by Tactical definitely proves my point, is that people were trying to compare Tactical, you know, to Doublelift, and it's like, you can't do that, you know what I mean? You just can't do that. But what you can do is you can judge Tactical off his own gameplay. Why can't Tactical just be a good player on his own? Why does he have to be compared to Doublelift, you know? Like, I know going in, he's not going to be on Doublelift's level. I know that for sure. I want to judge him off his own gameplay. Like, that's like saying that I'm not going to be as good as LeBron James in NBA games. Like, obviously, you know, but TL played better and they look better. I don't think they're going to be 9th place like we saw last split. Impact was making game-winning plays against Golden Guardians. We saw Jensen and Broxa and Core JJ. They all played better, and I'm really glad to see that. So, if Team Liquid are like the 2nd place team coming into the split and going to challenge Cloud9 and TSM like I predicted, I'll love that. I will absolutely love that. And then you got Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses, for this week around for the LCS, Jizuke was their MVP. I think Jizuke and Bang played absolutely incredible. Bang is looking like his old self, sort of, from SKT, back when he was in his prime, obviously. He was on the Aphelios. Jizuke was on the Corki, just literally popping off. They had a great game, and a set of for this week particular. Finally, this is what I wanted to see out of Jizuke and Bang. This is what I wanted to see in this spring split, where they obviously were not really playing up to the standard that a lot of people had set for them. I mean, Jizuke coming into this this year overall was thought of to be not that good, but overall when he's playing against weaker competition, then he's gonna look better, and then you see how that point works. Bang looked pretty underwhelming at some points in spring, but overall he was pretty much by consensus the 3rd best ADC. Kumo looked like less of an inter, so that's fine. But other than that, yeah, I thought they played pretty well this week. I hopefully they stay undefeated. Hopefully TL and C9 and EG stay undefeated all the way up until they have to face each other, and then you have the undefeated teams going at it. But right now, next week, Cloud9 faces the other undefeated team in EG. So that's going to be a pretty hyped up matchup. We're not going to see Cloud9 versus TL until like June, at the end of June, you know, and we're not going to be seeing Cloud9 versus TSM for quite some time, actually. I want to see Cloud9 versus TSM. Always a hyped up matchup. We're not getting Cloud9 versus TSM until July. That's a long time from now. But looking at things right now, the last team to talk about is our best team in the league, Cloud9. As you guys know, the resident C9 G2 boy around here. I think Cloud9 played absolutely amazing in the second day. They played great. The first game against FlyQuest, game was a little bit sloppy. Licorice was kind of making a little bit of misplays on the Jace, but you know, Niski and Blabber pretty much looked the same. They were fighting over for Scuttle Vision, and then like FlyQuest collapsed faster than C9 did. They took an over-aggressive trade, but it didn't matter though. People said, oh, FlyQuest threw. No, they didn't. FlyQuest didn't throw. They were never really winning. So, you know, take your bronze ass, stay in bronze if you're going to think like that. They were never really winning the game. You're up 1,000 gold. Oh my god, man. Stop playing League, apparently. When you're up 1,000 gold, you might as well quit. Like, what the fuck? You know, but, that's pretty much it. Cloud9 is still the best team. They dismantled it. So basically, if you had doubts for them coming into, the 100 Thieves game, they were all silenced because they literally basically just dismantled them. It wasn't even close to fair. And it only shows how weak Ryoma really is for 100 Thieves. And I think that 100 Thieves, if you want to boost yourself, you're gonna need a stronger mid laner, but they want to commit to him, and that's personally fine. You know, I want to see new players in, but I don't want to see bad new players. That doesn't make the league better, but it also is his first year playing competitively in a better region, quote-unquote. So that's also going to be something you might have to go through as well. But yeah, I just want to say sorry about the other upload that got messed up. I'm really sorry about that. You know, things happen. You know, I'm not perfect, and definitely I fixed certain things to make sure it's pretty much never going to happen again. But yeah, that's it. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out. Peace. Have a great day, guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all your support.
Hi, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.